Hello everybody, this is our 201st video. As far as the book review is concerned, it is the 51 video, and the chapter what we are seeing is the 16th chapter. So the last part of this chapter we are going to discuss in this video, and this seems to be a very useful video. Okay, that's why please listen till the end, watch the video till the end. You will get a lot of tips as to how to have a harmonious human relationship with all the people around us. Okay, and here he starts saying like becoming emotionally mature. See, how to become emotionally mature? As we have seen in the previous chapter video, we should not react, we should only respond. Okay, that is, see, what the other person says or does cannot really annoy or irritate you except you permit him to disturb you. Unless and otherwise you allow that person's comment to disturb you, you will not get disturbed. So basically, say, we cannot control all the people around us. They may irritate us deliberately, unknowingly. Maybe they get some pleasure by irritating us. By mistake also they can pass some comments. They would not have passed the comment with a bad intention. Whatever it is, see, whatever happens to us, whatever they talk about us, only if you allow yourself to get disturbed by their comments, you will not be disturbed. So what do you mean by allowing yourself to get disturbed? He says 4 things happen. See, the only way he can annoy you is through your own thought. See, for example, if you get angry, you have to go through 4 stages in your mind. First thing is you are listening to the negative comment. Second thing is you decide to get angry. And third thing is you generate an emotion of rage. You really become angry. Okay, then, so this, see, there is one thing which you have to understand. It is not that we really want to become angry every time. It is not that we sit and plan and decide to get angry. Not that way. See, by default it has become like that. Because we have been behaving like this for so many lives. For so many lifetimes, we have been behaving like this. So whatever happened, see, it is an animal instinct. You should understand this. It is an animal instinct. See, however loving you are towards your pet, if you give pain to the pet by pricking, it starts biting you. It shows the reaction like that. You just, even by mistake, if you step on the tail of the cat, your favorite cat, it starts biting, because it is their inborn nature. Okay, and we have also come from animals only. So for a long time such reactions are deeply buried in ourselves. That is one thing. Not only that, even our ancestors would have been very cantankerous, like fighter cocks, isn't it? See, your parents, your grandparents, your great grandparents, in the past 7 generations, how they have behaved, all those things are already there in our genes, isn't it? Not only our own past life, even our ancestors' past life. Everything is encoded in the form of genes, and we have, say, millions of cells, billions of cells in our body, and in all the cells we have the genes, isn't it? So it is not that every time we sit and decide to get angry and so we get angry. No. By default we are like that. Okay, by default we are like that. So all these 4 stages happen very quickly. We listen, we decide to get angry. Thirdly, we decide to show our anger. And 4th point is we are showing our anger by responding doubly in a harsh way, or by beating, or by showing some method like throwing the pen or getting up from the place and walking out. Okay, if you have something, throwing it at the floor, breaking it. No, by so many ways we show our anger, we show our resentment. Okay, so what should we do? Even though it is by default, we should try to change ourselves. So he says, you decide to get angry and generate an emotion of rage. Then you decide to act. Perhaps you talk back. In some way you react. You react means the reaction is, sometimes it can be mild, it can be very aggressive also. Then you see that the thought, emotion, reaction and action all take place in your mind. So change your mind. Don't allow your mind to get influenced by the others' reaction, by the others' actions. Okay. So identify yourself with your own aim in life, and do not permit any person, place or thing to deflect you from your inner sense of peace, tranquility and radiant health. In the previous video we have seen how a person, after reading some news, how he gets agitated, how he becomes so aggressive, and how he has ended up in bleeding ulcers, spoiling his health, isn't it? So that is what he says. So we should become emotionally or mentally matured people. Okay, and see, the meaning of love is the meaning of love in harmonious human relations. See, there's a small paragraph. I liked it very much because the same thing. See, this paragraph is about psychoanalyst by the name Sigmund Freud. Anyone who learns psychology will learn about Sigmund Freud, because he has done a lot of research, and he is the one who explained about ego, superego, like that. Okay, and let us see first what he says. He said that unless the personality has love, it sickens and dies. By personality, what we mean is a person's character, a person's nature. That is the personality, isn't it? So unless a person is loving, unless he radiates love, that person gets sick. It sickens. The personality sickens and it dies. That means he is not able to shine in life. He is not able to emanate love. He is not able to spread the fragrance of love. Okay, and just listen to this. Love includes, he says, in every human being there should be love. His heart should be overflowing with love. Agreed. What does he mean by love? Love includes understanding, goodwill, and respect for the divinity in the other person. See, this is what I have been talking about in many of my videos. If you want to go ahead with the relationship, let it be with anyone. First and foremost, what is required is, I will say, not love, it is the respect. And what sort of respect? Respect for the feeling of the other person. If you have goodwill about the other person, and if you have understanding of his nature, and if you have respect for his feelings, then that is what all put together is called love. Okay, so this is what I have been telling in many of my videos. I recently also, 2 weeks back maybe, in one of the videos I said, so how to have proper relationship, especially between husband and wife. The best thing what is required to bind both of them is respect. And by respect, what I mean is not that on seeing or get as soon as the husband gets up, he goes to the kitchen and salutes his wife, or the wife salutes her husband when he comes back from the office. Not that sort of respect. Respect for his inner feelings. She should know to respect his feelings, and he should know to respect her feelings. If that respect is there, automatically love blooms, goodwill blooms, understanding blooms. Okay, so I did not read this sentence till recently, like only for the sake of doing the book review, I am reading in depth like this, underlining and taking down notes. But somehow in my own experience, I felt why the relationship between the husband and wife is not able to flourish. It is not, what is the most important thing which is required? When I see so many people, when I see so many couples, from my own life experience and from the experiences of all the others around me, I came to the conclusion that to make the relationship survive till the end, what is required is the respect for the feelings of the partner. That is what is required. So when Sigmund Freud also said it, I was very happy. Okay, not bad. I have found out, what I have concluded is very correct, because Sigmund Freud is a very great psychoanalyst. Okay, so kindly try to follow this, right? And see, if you puncture the other fellow's ego, I like it very much. You see, if you puncture the other fellow's ego and would his estimate of himself, you cannot gain his goodwill. Don't puncture his ego, don't touch his ego, don't enter into his comfort zone. If you go and irritate him by entering into his comfort zone, then you are out of the relationship. Okay, and some more things he says. Handling difficult people. You see, this is also very, very true. And I tell you, many of these things, as I read now, I am able to identify myself with this, not because I am like this. I have seen so many people like this. You see, there are difficult people, difficult in inverted commas. There are difficult people in the world who are twisted and distorted mentally. They are mal-conditioned. Many are mental delinquents, argumentative, uncooperative, cantankerous, cynical, and sour on life. many people are sadists. They are sick psychologically. They are sick, mentally sick. Many people have deformed and distorted minds, probably warped during childhood. Maybe in the childhood itself they had some very sad thing. Maybe even child abuse. They might have been raped, they might have seen some horrid scenes, so many things. Many have congenital deformities. You would not condemn a person who had tuberculosis, nor should you condemn a person who is mentally ill. So what he says is, suppose a person is suffering from tuberculosis or cancer or leprosy, we will not condemn that person. So likewise, don't condemn these people. These are all difficult people. What do you mean by difficult people? They are all difficult to be handled. It is very difficult for a normal person to handle such people. Okay, because they are mal-conditioned. Okay, they are mentally immature, negative minded. But so you should have how to handle these people. Have understanding and compassionate. Have some compassion. Okay, show some empathy. Okay, and he says to understand all is to forgive all. So we do see different kinds of people in our life. If you are able to get along well with them, fine, you are blessed. If you cannot get along, forgive them and forget it. And as already I told you, there is a proverb, if things cannot be cured, they have to be endured. So you have to endure these sort of people also in your life. So try to be empathetic with them. Okay, instead of sympathizing with them, try to be empathetic. Try to be compassionate. Okay, so that's what he says. And so the practice of empathy is very, very important. And here there is just one example. He says a girl visited him stating that she hated another girl who was also working in the same company because of some factors. What are the factors? This girl was prettier, happier and wealthier than the girl who came to Dr. Murphy. So jealousy. Okay, so this girl was very jealous about that girl, and not only that, this her enemy, so-called enemy, got engaged to the boss of the company. Okay, so she couldn't tolerate that at all. She was feeling very, very jealous. Then after the marriage, she was engaged and the marriage took place, and after some time, a crippled girl came and hugged the lady who got married recently. Then the crippled girl said, the girl said, Mommy, the child it is her own child. The crippled child was her own child. The child put her arms around her mother and said, Mommy, I love my new daddy. Look what he gave me. She showed her mother a wonderful new toy. Now, the girl who went to Dr. Murphy, she is describing the whole thing. When she saw this, she felt very sad. So, all along, she has been feeling jealous about a lady. So, what are all the things revealed in this encounter? That girl, though she is prettier, happier and wealthier, she was married earlier, and in the first marriage she got a crippled daughter. Probably because of all these things, that boss would have proposed to her. So this is her second marriage, and already she got married, and she gave birth to a crippled daughter. Maybe because of the after the birth of the crippled daughter, that fellow would have left her, isn't it? So seeing all these things, the scene touched her very deeply, and she started feeling empathetic towards her, that colleague. So that is what I said in the previous video also. Don't judge a book by the cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. See, it is very difficult to have a harmonious human relationship with anyone for a long time. See, as per the law of thermodynamics, as the law says, unless there is supply of energy from external source, the system cannot be maintained as it is. Exactly the same law applies to all our relationships also. If you want to continue with a relationship, then you have to put in a lot of external energy in the form of goodwill, understanding, respect for the feelings, love, compassion, empathy. Lot of things must be there. The relationship must be nurtured by putting all these factors into it. Otherwise it is difficult. Okay, I am sure you have also undergone a lot of situations like this. So compassion is very much required, and to understand all is to forgive all. That's why I selected this itself as the title for the video. To love all is to understand all. To understand all is to forgive. So see, you can never change a person. Don't ever try to change a person. If at all a change is required, try to change yourself. And if you cannot get along, or if you cannot do anything with that relationship with the other person, just understand, forgive and forget. That's the way to be happy and merry. That's all I can say. Okay, it's a very heavy topic, and this, as I said, he has touched upon many good things in this chapter. I hope you enjoy listening to this. May God bless you all.